Preschool, you didn't really have any homework. You know, you was just kicking it. It wasn't really like they was letting you still be you. Kindergarten, no homework. You was still kind of being you, but they were starting to program you with emotions and colors and, showing you how the globe look. They showed you the globe in kindergarten. You wouldn't even think the planet was round today if they never lied to you in college. I mean, in school, in kindergarten, and told you that. This is when they first start. Yeah, preschool, daycare, same thing. But yeah, this is when they first start giving you this. They giving you these things. Now you advance K through 8, so that's normally elementary school. You graduate kindergarten, you go first, second grade. That's when they start programming you. So they take 8 years to fill you up with the basic, solid foundation for what they will need to control you with. That's what it's about. Okay, they need you to have a certain belief system. So what they did was they attacked us young. They made us go into their schools, which are their reprogramming centers. And school is where you lost you at. Most people lost themselves and their soul in school. You went into school with all these big hopes. You went into school as a little 4-year old, 5-year old. They asked you, what did you want it to be? You had so many things you wanted to do. By 8th grade, going into high school, you a whole different motherfucker. What happened to that strong, pure, happy soul that was just so full of life that they now call innocence? That's not innocence, that's life. They rob us of life and fill us with death, which is a zombie-like death. They feed us with lies. They numb our emotions. They feed us emotions. They feed us lies about where we're at. They tell us all about what we can't do. They tell us the sky is the limit. Ain't no fucking limits. They roll out all these little stigmas that you begin to adopt and you subconsciously implant in you. And they do all this kindergarten through 8th grade. I remember, well, I don't know if it's still like that, but I know when we was in 8th grade, we couldn't even go to high school unless we passed something in Illinois that they called the Constitution test. And the Constitution test was strictly about them drilling you about how all these white people discovered this and discovered that and what wars were fought. But they never teaching you like the truth behind the wars. You get what I'm saying? So they filling you with all this shit, and then you couldn't even go into high school unless you passed that test. Now let's talk about that. So what is the curriculum like of just regular school? The whole curriculum is to reprogram you into believing that you are less than what you really are. That's the entire curriculum of kindergarten through 8th grade. We never would have known about emotions had nobody had a big ass billboard with pictures that said, this is happy, this is mad, this is sad, you knew nothing about those emotions. And it's emotions that fucks us up today. You never needed emotions. You knew nothing about, as a baby, don't know nothing about emotions, and they what we would call as happy as can be. Do babies know about emotions? No, they don't. Look how happy a newborn baby is, though. We call it happy. You would call it happy. It's not happy. It's just vibrating high. You perceive that high vibration as happiness because it feels good to you. But once you teach this baby emotions, the vibration lowers. We begin to lose our glow. Look at your kid picture of you as a kid. Look at how you glowed and look at you now. Go look at a picture of you as a kid. In any of us, you could take the most innocent motherfucker that ain't never been to jail or ain't never even as so much as used profanity. Look at their adult picture and look at their kid picture. You're going to notice a huge difference. The soul has been contaminated now. The spirit is contaminated with emotions and low vibrations and spirits and that don't supposed to be on you. But they have been taught to you through school. And your parents didn't know. Your parents was too busy trying to work. I don't care what age you is. When you was a kid, what was your parents doing? Working. Pay attention to the same fucking. Why? That's why the cycle ends with us. I told myself like, listen. I told the ancestors like, my vessel open. However y'all need me, use me, and they started using me, reminding me who I, all that like, cause I'm like that shit ends with my generation. I'll be damned if that continues. That ain't gonna. That cycle ends on my generation. It's gonna end one way or another. Hopefully, it don't have to go to violence, but goddamn it, if it have to go, I ain't scared to get violent. Hopefully, we can change it with it out getting violent. But if we can't, then hey, we are going. It's we ain't gonna keep going in this direction. This is the true murder that goes on that nobody ever talks about. The murder of our minds as babies in school. That's the true murder nobody talks about. They kill us off before we even get to high school. You're now just a body that's going the way that they want you to go. When you first got here, you was a whole soul and a spirit with a soul contract. Now by the time you go into high school, you trying to make sure you get good grades so you can go to college so that you can hopefully live the American dream. Nigga, you didn't come here to live the American dream though. See how you forgot who you was? You didn't come here to go to college, nigga. You didn't come here to work for them. That's all part of the American dream, of their American dream. You didn't come here to just marry your wife or marry your husband, have babies, and leave, nigga. That's all part of their American dream. That's what they want you to just come here and do. That too, yeah, you didn't just come here to just be an athlete. You know what I'm saying? And then they used, like, man, listen, the athlete, the look, it's so fucked up. Like, a lot of athletes don't even know. They'll never have a chance to make it, man, to where they trying to get to. Why you think they always taught you, man, so many people start off trying to be big athletes, but only very few make it. They make it that way. And it has nothing to do with talent. I told y'all, man. I told y'all what's going on in that NBA. I told y'all what's going on with this NFL. I mean, you know how many people was real people? Then sometimes they have, listen, you have so many athletes this planet now because they want to control the narrative. They're a planet athlete in the city. Let them grow up. They've been created this man, whole robot or whole synthetic Mach 5 clone. And then people don't know about synthetics in Mach 5. So these are advanced clones and advanced robots that look more human than me. Look more real than me and you. It's kids all over the planet right now shooting jumpers on the court. But if they not a fucking robot, they not making it to the NBA. And if they is that good to be better than the robots that these elites created to even make it to the NBA, then they finna sit there and try to motherfucking Derrick Rose them, Michael Jordan them, Kobe Bryant them. Look how they did Kobe. They waited to the end of his career to get him. They did Kobe so dirty. See what I'm saying? They let him do all that shit. Okay, cool. They been told him to fall back. They warned him with the rape case. He ain't listen. He went and won 2 more rings. They're like, oh, okay. We got you. Go ahead. Enjoy your career. Because when you retire, you ain't going to have that many after that. That's what they was on with him. You know what I'm saying? Jordan. Silenced him. Jordan won't talk about shit. Jordan won't talk about shit. Jordan be so quiet. Why you think Jordan cried so hard when Kobe died, man? Nigga, ain't nobody know Jordan fucking Kobe like that. Because when Kobe was playing, it was always like Kobe's supposed to be the next Mike, and they had a fake beat. And then even when Kobe was hooping and Mike retired, Mike never really came out and just gave him super love. You know, at the most we seen Mike do was play with him in the All-Star game. They cracked a couple jokes. But it was never like, you know, Kobe put it out there that he would hit up Mike every now and then. He said it throughout his career, but it wasn't like to see Mike crying like that. Feel me? Exactly. Jordan owned prisons. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. I hope you're saying that with me and not against me. Because the way you type that, you gotta remember, it's text. It came out like you. Like you said, I'm on Jordan's side or something. No, I'm saying Jordan is an actual God that actually played that game. It's a whole bigger picture that you need to look at. It's like, that's why I say the athletics is fucked up. Now in track and field, guess what? They not using robots. And in track and field, they not cloning them. What they doing in track and field is different. They'll let your ass race. And if you good, okay, cool. You could come run for us. You could come tumble for us and be a gymnast. Oh, you don't want to do that for us? Okay, cool. Don't worry about it. They gonna Marion Jones your ass. Marion Jones was a motherfucker that was against a lot of racism and bullshit that these people was on. And Marion Jones was smoking their ass in track and field. Go look it up, y'all. Marion Jones won like 5 fucking medals in one Olympic. I think that was in 2001. She did that in Australia or some shit. It had never been done. And like she was like a beast. And she wasn't just 100 meters. She was 100 meters, 200 meters, and a long jump. She won golds and all that shit. Guess what they did to her? Because Marion Jones used to speak out about shit. People don't know this. Like they didn't know Prince did a lot of speaking out. When he was alive, people didn't know, right? Marion Jones spoke out a lot. So what they do? They took her fucking medals. They said they came back a few years later and was like, listen, either we gonna kill you or you gonna shut the fuck up and we gonna take your medals for being disobedient. She didn't want to die, so she shut the fuck up. They took all her medals and put a story out and said that Marion Jones lost her medals because she ended up with shit that they found out that she was dirty, that she was running, that when she was in the Olympics, she was on steroids. But you could look at Marion Jones' frame and tell that she wasn't on fucking steroids, nigga. You feel me? Like you could tell when a motherfucker on steroids. You can see it in their frame. Even the track stars. They have like when you get on them steroids, you get a different type of build to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you won't even, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't on no fucking steroids. She was skinny, slim, and naturally a beast. But if you're not all the way on what they on, they come at you like that. So all that pertains with college. It's the same thing with college. It's like they take you K through 8, right? They took us through college through schooling to embed this basic set of a thought process. So what's everybody's basic thought process? Graduate high school so that you can go to college. Go to college, graduate college so that you can get a good job. Get out, get a good job. You're supposed to go find you a good wife or a good husband. And then y'all settle down, have kids. And then you bring in 6 figures a year off the fucking major that you went to college for. Whatever you got a degree in, you're supposed to be bringing in 6 figures a year better in that department. That's what the American dream is. And that's what college prepares you for. It's a part of that. To the point that when, right now, it's people that went to college that feel like they better than people that went to high school that didn't go to college. You know what I'm saying? It's people that's how it's set up. Why? Because K through 8th, kindergarten through 8th grade was based around building you into being a citizen, into being a slave. All right? Into making you feel that it's all about getting a good job. And getting married, having kids, settling down, and then retiring off your 401k. That's putting you in them 8 years. When you go in high school, you're trying to actually achieve what's been put in you. Because high school is pressure now because you're like, damn, I only got 4 years. I got to get these good grades. If I don't get a high enough grade point average, certain colleges ain't going to let you in, right? And then you got kids in high school trying to get to college because they feel the pressure. Your parents like, what you going to do after high school? Right? This is the system. This the system, y'all. So, hey, bro, you get in high school, and it's all this pressure. You know that the pressure is so big that it's legendary. It's called peer pressure. The pressure in high school is so fucking big that this pressure is legendary to all who has went through the age groups of 13 to 18. Or 19. 13 to 19 is when you're a teen. Them are your peer pressure years. Right? But all this pressure has been built from the system that put it in you for 8 years before you got to high school. You finally get to high school, now you faced with all this pressure. You got your friends, they finna go off to college. Do you know how many people felt bad when they didn't get to go to college? It's a lot of people that felt bad that they didn't get to go to college, man. And then the people that went to college don't make it no better because then they come back and they know it's a stereotype, so they throw it in their face. I went to college. And the people that just went to high school, they feel like they ain't shit. And it break down like that. Like, I dropped out of high school. The motherfuckers that graduated high school looked down on me at the time I dropped out. Feel me? And I felt bad. Like, damn. Don't nobody see what I see. But fuck it, I had to go my way. I walked out of school. They call it dropping out. I don't call it dropping out. I say I walked out. I was through with the system. I've been rebellious. But they can call it dropping out. But I walked out. But you know how many people looked down on me? I was talked about at that time. I was laughed at. I was ridiculed. You know? I felt bad. You know what I'm saying? My mom wanted to see her son walk across the stage. Her other kids did walk across the stage. I didn't. Everybody in the family walked across the stage and graduated high school, and my family but me. Y'all see what I'm saying? I come from the family where niggas graduated high school. I don't come from that family where I'm the first to graduate high school. It's the opposite. I'm the first motherfucker in the family to drop out of high school. Or walk out of high school. I walked out of high school. In 12th grade. I had college scholarships, y'all. I had already got accepted to Northern Illinois, Southern Illinois. All my little local state colleges had already accepted me. I just literally was tired of this shit. I didn't want no diploma. So the people that graduated looked down on people like me that didn't graduate high school. I settled for a GED. Cause then after I walked out of school, like 6 months, like 5, 6 months later, it came to my attention that you gonna need something in this system. I'm like, well, fuck it, I'll go get the GED. Fuck it. And I got the GED in like 3 months. I scored so high on the fucking GED test, they was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is you doing with a GED? Like literally, I scored so high on my GED test, they was like, why didn't you just? I could have went and got the diploma or the GED. I said, no, give me the GED. You get what I'm saying? Just to rebel. I was talked about for years. Meanwhile, the things I'm teaching y'all now, I was teaching that too back then. I was talking about that, but I was crazy to people. He crazy, he weird. See what I'm saying? I'm still like, there's people that still look at me like that. I just don't give a fuck what the world think about me, nigga. I'm here to enlighten and inform, nigga. You ain't gotta believe shit I'm saying. It's gonna be revealed to you every time I say it. That's how it always go. I say it, you see it later. So what I'm saying is, I can speak on that pressure because I know that pressure. Exactly. Everybody, shout out to Kafisha Thomas. Exactly. Everyone has their own journey. Exactly. So that's why y'all got to be comfortable in y'all skin. But understand what I'm saying tonight, though, about college and Uncle Scam. Everybody felt that pressure, y'all. I'm just not scared to put my life out there in front of y'all. I hide nothing from y'all. The good, the ups, the downs. For what? Motherfuckers talk shit about me when I was at the bottom. Motherfuckers gonna talk shit about me when I'm trying to help my people. Anywhere it goes, it's gonna always be some type of strain. That's with anybody though, y'all. That's because we living in this ether, y'all. But this shit is built by them though. That pressure, that strain, which y'all gotta see is passive. It's built by them. That's what I'm showing y'all today. So now, the people that didn't go to college, because guess what? The people that graduated high school was looking down on me that didn't graduate high school. But the people that graduated high school but didn't go to college are looked down upon by the people that went to college. See what I'm saying? Because the people that went to college, they graduated high school and then they went to college. Then they went to college. Somebody said Kylie went hard as fuck today. Shout out to Kylie. That's my brother. God always go hard. He go hard every day. If you ask me, I love seeing other gods fight for the struggle, fight for the cause.